turn now.
All right, everybody, welcome to the Section 325 podcast. This is a celebration edition.
A lot of smiles today.
A lot of smiles. First off, we want to start off talking about Damar Hamlin and his awesome recovery from his heart stopping on a football field, and all the prayers, people who were praying during a set on ESPN, on the news, players gathering in the name of Jesus. I mean, how awesome is that?
It's amazing. It was amazing. It was amazing. In all seriousness, the power of prayer, seeing everybody lift Damar up and seeing God come through. I mean, he always does. So
we needed a little God in this country. I think if you just look around, it's just like he's missing, and that was like, let's get it going
that was
again.
One of the best. Yeah, I mean, and hopefully at the end of the day, God can get the glory, and we certainly give him that on the show, and we give him all the credit. And what a week it was, and
Zach,
that was the icing on the cake. Was obviously just seeing people in prayer, seeing Dan Orlovsky. Shout out to Dan Orlovsky.
Dan.
Praying live on live on ESPN. And people not afraid to talk about it. It just goes to show when we can't put our trust in anything else.
Nothing else.
God is the only thing there. Mm-hmm. But we can't seem to grasp that.
So speaking
in our day in and day out lives. But it was amazing to see, and really, really happy to see Damar doing well, and
giving his
just amazing.
So speaking of prayer and fasting, what were you doing to create a Seahawk victory? Number one, and then we had to wait all night Sunday night. Zach texted me yesterday how stressed out he was, most stressful day ever, but we talk
about the power of prayer, and we're doing an afternoon water fast yesterday, watching the Hawks, on my knees praying that whole Lions game, and it was. Why does it have to be so stressful?
It just is. I bet you that come Saturday, the Niner fans should be a little scared. Now I know you're the way better team. I will give you that. But it is tough to beat a team 3 times.
And it's tough to beat a team when you have somebody doing a week-long water fast up until the game on Saturday. So,
did you start the show?
Nope.
Let's start the show. There it is.
Let's get it going. Let's get it going. But, in all seriousness, somebody needs to go. Somebody from the NFL owes Tim Tebow an apology.
Why is that?
I mean, when he was on his little run, he was doing his prayer kneel. Everybody was making fun of him. People were crucifying him for praying on the field, yada, yada, yada. And then when this happens to Damar, everyone's praying on the field.
Well, unfortunately, I think I've done this in my life. Like I've had times where I'm good at praying, I'm bad at praying, and then there's times that you only pray when things are bad, and that's the beauty. Sure. That's the beauty of Jesus, is that he loves us no matter what.
It's a journey. It's a journey.
Tebow, what was great about him was he never lost his faith. He never let anybody tell him
he had it in the good
that
and
it was bad. Wrong.
Yeah.
Because in his mind, it's never wrong.
That's true.
In my mind, I think yours too. So I think it's just
love it.
It was very, very cool, especially to watch the Jags game on Saturday in Tennessee, or it was in Jacksonville against Tennessee. Congratulations to the Jags for making the playoffs, winning their division, the AFC South. The whole team, both sides, gathered in the center of the field and prayed. And I was just like, wow. And they're showing it on TV.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
And let's not forget that ESPN is owned by Disney.
On ESPN, like, I'm checking out all those guys' Twitters, Dan Orlovsky, Ryan Clark, everybody. And their Twitters are, there's power in prayer. God is real. And Josh Allen said in his post-game interview yesterday that God is real. Now, NFL scriptwriters are real, but that's another story in itself.
Yeah, I know.
But Josh Allen was talking about that kick return, and he said, how could you not believe in God? God is real or something. And it's like, wow.
Well, let's talk about that.
That is amazing.
Zach texts me. They run the kickoff back, and he goes, I think the NFL's scripted. And I'm like, well, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to think that. I love this sport. But
that play,
when he ran the
just
second
didn't look
one
like
back,
anybody went to the right side of the field.
It's true, but on the second one that he returned, Jim Nantz said live, he goes, oh my gosh, can you believe it? This one is real.
I did. I actually went back and listened. He said, is this real?
You sure you didn't say this one?
I went
real?
back and listened. Yeah,
I
went back and listened because I'm a detective, and I'm checking this thing out.
You heard it here first on the podcast. Zach
But
is
you
a
know
detective.
what? I take back my comments. There's no more script writing. Hawks are in the playoffs.
Hawks are in the playoffs.
So whoever wrote the script, thank you. But you know, in all seriousness, it's hard. You know, the NFL seems like things happen, and it's hard to say it's not at points in the game. You know, but I don't actually believe that. I get frustrated sometimes.
Sure.
You know?
Well, we're intense fans, and let's talk about the Seahawks.
Because you could say that punt getting called in the Lions game, where it was like the Hawks game. When it was like fourth and whatever on the 10-yard line, and they called roughing the kicker.
Yeah,
you could say that wasn't a good call. So
well, he did run into the kicker. Our kicker did grab him and pull him down with him. So it was great acting.
It was good acting.
Great acting.
Hey,
sometimes you got to
need that
be
when
smart.
you have scripts.
Work smarter, not harder.
Sometimes it takes great actors to play out scripts.
Yeah, and the Academy Award goes to.
But in all seriousness, really thankful that we serve a God that is really all we can lean on. I mean, when nothing else in this world satisfies us, and nothing else does it, and besides God. So
yeah, absolutely, I would agree.
Yeah.
People can lift us up, but people can also hurt us.
Yeah.
And so God's the one steady thing. He's the same today, tomorrow, and into the future. So.
Absolutely.
And
yesterday.
So let's get into the game.
Let's do it.
So what was
Big game.
What was your favorite part of the game?
Of the Hawks game?
Yeah, what was your favorite part?
I got to say, it wasn't my favorite game necessarily. I don't think the Hawks played.
Not your favorite game. What was your favorite part
of the game? Of this year?
No, this last game. Sorry, it's early.
We're
doing this a little early.
It's early.
Coffee.
Favorite part of the game. Favorite part of the game. Let's see. Oh, man. Had to have been Baker Mayfield attempting a 50-yard down the field throw. Quandre Diggs interception. I don't know why he didn't run him more. I don't know why he didn't run more up the field. But
well, it was more important to flash the ball at Wagner.
Yeah, that's
our
true.
Old linebacker.
That's true. And that was my favorite in the game moment, and that was a really cool moment seeing Bobby Wagner back yesterday. I mean, Seahawk legend, Hall of Fame player.
I think he hangs it up after this year. The way he was waving at the crowd on the way out.
I think the entire Rams hang it up after this year. It sounds like McVay, Wagner, Stafford. I think they just
McVay's going to be an Amazon.
I think
announcer.
They just call the whole organization. And
so if you're an Amazon announcer, sorry,
Amazon
announcer, and you're announcing the game, do all of a sudden you go, hey, don't forget we've got socks on special. If you go to your Amazon account and get those delivered free of charge
what is going on with Sean McVay?
Well, he's probably burnt out. I think he's a guy who puts a lot in. He's a young guy.
Aren't we all? Well, you don't think Bill Belichick's burnt out?
So he's making millions of dollars, and he's getting another $1 million to go talk about football instead of sitting there grinding all week, eating Cheez-Its and coffee.
Getting criticized, having to coach Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, by the way, Nabisco, we're looking for a sponsorship from Cheez-Its. So every time we mention something, please hit us up.
What about you? Favorite moments in the game yesterday?
It was the post game. I saw Geno tear up. He got emotional.
Did you really?
He got emotional after the game. He just stays. The course stays solid. He's just humble. I think he knows he didn't play his best game yesterday. He threw 2 picks to. Oh man, I hate that guy.
Gosh, I'm not even gonna say his name.
Just say it.
Yeah,
just say it.
What do they say for Voldemort and Harry Potter? The one who must not be named, or whatever. That's
I only watch good movies, guys. I don't know.
Wow.
Sorry.
Faith Like Potatoes. Is that what you watch?
No.
The Blind Side. Every other night.
Yeah, every other night.
Okay. But yeah, Jalen Ramsey.
Ramsey. If he's on your team, you love him, but on anybody else's team,
you just can't
not gonna
stand him.
Do you think people felt like we feel about Jalen Ramsey with Richard Sherman?
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, nobody liked Richard Sherman.
Definitely.
But we loved him.
Definitely. We loved him, yeah. Nobody liked him, though, playing against him, especially 49er fans.
Yeah, they got to remember.
Shout out to Niner fans.
Because when you challenge the best in the game, that's what you're going to get. So
yeah, we're going to channel our inner Russell Wilson this week. Or not Russell. No.
Back up the tape. Back up the tape.
We're going to channel our inner Richard Sherman this week against the Niners.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was cool to see Geno. I mean, what was it? 31 touchdowns and 10 interceptions.
He broke the
4,300
all-time passing yard record for the Seattle Seahawks in his first year as a starter. Geno Smith, and he actually got a tweet out from Deion Sanders just congratulating him, saying, "I believe now."
I saw that.
That's crazy.
Maybe Geno has an extra year of eligibility. Go play at
Colorado.
Go play for the Buffs
Over his son, over Deion's son. I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't think that anything could happen with that. That's a whole different.
Is Deion the most confident person in college football right now, or is he the most cocky person?
It's hard to tell if it's. It seems like it's more confidence than cockiness, but it comes across as cockiness. He's backed it up. He's always been able to back it up.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, no doubt about that.
I mean, if they come into this year and they're terrible and his son is horrible, then
I think he said that he could beat Rich Eisen in a race running backwards. I don't know if he ever did that.
I don't know if he ever did that, but
I know he could beat you.
I think that's
for
something
sure.
that we need to do.
Hey, guys, I want to be the first to tell you that Zach and I raced the 40, and I beat him. Zach,
bet you feel pretty good.
Hey, if we're ever in the woods and a bear attacks, I know I'm surviving if I'm with Zach. So
you're welcome.
That's pretty exciting.
Anyway, we weren't planning on bringing that up today, but
of course he wasn't.
But I think he's always backed it up. So I think he's cocky, no doubt, but he's confident too. So he's always been great.
Yeah.
You know.
So who's the most confident or cocky person on the Seahawks?
Oh man. That's a good question, DK.
DK, man.
It's without a doubt. Without a doubt.
I got to tell you, I'm just not impressed with DK this year.
I'm not either.
He just can't. He doesn't catch the ball.
He had a couple of passes. He was too concerned about roughhousing with Ramsey than he was about trying to catch the ball. You know what I mean? Or they're jarring on every play. I think. I mean, he's a great player because he attracts a lot of attention.
Demands the respect.
And it frees up Lockett. I mean, Tyler Lockett, he is unbelievable.
Automatic. That dime.
He is unbelievable.
That dime.
He has like unbelievable healing. He must have been praying a lot. I mean,
praying and fasting.
He must have. But I really think Lockett is the key to the offense.
He really is.
The passing game.
Such a key role. He's our third down machine. It's third and Lockett, right? You know, people say third and long. It's third and Lockett.
Yeah,
that's our guy.
Drop, stop, and third and Lockett.
Is there a dance?
Just
move?
Forget I ever said that.
Is there a dance move to this?
Just forget I ever said that.
Well, maybe that's our new slogan here.
But yeah, podcast. No, I'm like I said yesterday. It was a really relaxing Sunday morning. Drink some coffee. Kids spent the night at my parents' the night before, so we were just having a really relaxing morning. Well rested, ready for a great day.
Kids, your parents are tired.
Ready for a great day. Parents are tired, of course, but turn the game on.
I mean, your dad didn't matter. What's he going to do? Watch the Bronco game? What are they? They took us from the third pick to the fifth pick. Thanks a lot.
Thanks
Russell
a lot,
Wilson.
Broncos.
Jeez.
Yeah, and turn on the TV, hoping to see a nice game, and feeling really good. Heart rate's at a good place. And then here we go. Geno Smith, first play of the game, drop back, interception. It seems like that happens a lot. Interception to Jalen Ramsey, and then that set it off for the rest of the.
Well, I thought that was huge because we held them to the field goal, right? The defense looked like they were ready to go. They held them to the field goal, even though they were instant field goal range.
Yeah.
And then it just kind of settled down. It's like, okay, that's out of the way. Let's just go play football.
It's kind of like in golf when you hit a horrible drive on your first hole, but you save par.
I know, and everybody wants to say, "Oh, the Rams, they don't have a lot of wins," but they've been in every game. It's not like they've gotten blown out. They have blown out.
Let's not forget they beat the Broncos 51-14.
They put a 50 burger on the Broncos, and not just that,
who just beat the Chargers, who we beat by double digits.
They also beat the Raiders.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody beat the Raiders except for us. Yeah,
except for us. It's hard to tell. It's kind of. I just was thinking about this. It's hard to tell with where we're at, where the Hawks are at right now, because the last 2 weeks we've played really good. Our defense has played really good against bad offenses, but our offense had played okay against really good defenses.
Well, I think
both have Rams and Jets have pretty good defenses.
Yeah, but I think we know exactly where we are. We're 9-8. We're barely over 500.
Well, I mean, the main thing is Kenneth Walker has 3 games in a row over 100 yards rushing.
That feels good.
That's
going to take pressure off Geno so he can dump it over the top to a guy like
Kenneth Walker, man, when he gets going, he is insane.
He is insane. But that play, I got to hand it to number 5 on the Rams, Jalen Ramsey. I thought he was getting in when he was running to the sideline. He busted outside, and Ramsey sped over, grabbed him on the shoulder pad, and flipped him.
Man.
Ramsey is a good player.
Walker, he's great. He's a great player.
He's a good
There's
player.
no doubt.
I can't stand him.
I can't stand him, but he's a great player, just like Sherman was.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. Let's just put it into context. I mean, beginning of the year, going to the season, thinking Drew Lock's going to be our quarterback. Kind of upset that
I never sold on Drew Lock.
A lot of people were thinking he would get the job after a while.
Well, maybe.
Geno was going to just kind of...
He's a backup.
He's a backup.
Geno's a backup, a lifetime backup.
And we have a bunch of rookies. We don't even know who they are. Penny was our backup, is our running back, Rashad Penny. He's not a bad player, but we go in, first game of the year, play the Broncos. Everybody thinks they're going to ride through the year, the Broncos.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson, who I don't know.
And who did they write off?
Everybody wrote Geno off. I don't even think they think they wrote him anyway. There was nothing to write off with Geno.
No, they wrote him off.
Well, I mean, but
we
he
did.
never.
We did. We didn't expect to be in the playoffs.
But what I mean was Geno never had anything written about him before.
If I told you we're looking for our starter, it's either going to be Locke or it's going to be Geno, and I tell you they're going to start Geno. We're going to make it as the 7th seed into the playoffs, and Geno Smith is going to be a Pro Bowler. And break the record for the most yards ever thrown. What would you have thought?
I never would have thought.
Everybody would have laughed at us.
Tariq Woolen would be sitting here.
No one would have wrote us back.
Yeah, nobody would have
wrote us back. But I'm calling it right now. The Seahawks are going to beat the 49ers.
The 5th pick in the draft.
I'm calling it right now.
You're calling it.
Seahawks are going to beat the 49ers.
49er fans, we want your input here. Sean is saying it right now. I know you guys are going to be doing what you're doing Saturday. And
we got nothing to lose.
As soon as we won the game, we got all the comments on, we're so scared to play the Hawks. We can't wait. Yeah. They're such a scary team.
Yeah, we have nothing to lose.
The sarcasm sets in right away.
We're not even supposed to be there.
But it's such a great accomplishment. We're even in the playoffs.
Yeah, Niners have all the pressure.
Honestly, I will be upset Saturday if we lose. But if we lose 50-10, I'm going to be really happy about the year.
I like that we're playing a guy that has to play something that means something when he's just been able to plug and play.
Yeah,
but the playoffs are a different game. It's a different game. And I will say this. And Coach Carroll's been there before.
I will say this. We better let Travis Homer nowhere near the field on Saturday.
You're not a Homer fan.
Well, I'm just saying that in the context of the last game against the Niners, we had some momentum. We were starting to play really well, and he fumbled the ball. I don't even think. I think they put him on IR after that.
We can't turn the ball over.
I don't think if you make a play like that, I don't care if you're a good player. You're gone.
If you get any turnovers against the Niners, you cannot give them that.
There's only a few players in the Hawks that could fumble like that and not be gone. I mean, Anyway.
Yeah.
I will say that last game, we had some momentum. They went up early, but then we started to play well. And Purdy, we were rocking him a bit.
Pretty or Purdy?
Purdy. It wasn't Purdy for a little bit.
You think he's pretty?
I mean, he's a good-looking guy. I mean, he's not ugly.
Better than Garoppolo? I mean, everybody drools over Garoppolo.
No.
I mean, even you have.
Let's not go that far. And then Homer made that fumble, and then, that was the end of that. So I think we've got a little bit of something, but, God, there's so
you can't turn the ball over against a defense like that and give them an easy field with all the weapons. So they got Debo back.
Yep.
Debo's back, but when you start winning without one of your stars, and now you got to plug him back in and give him the ball, I think that might cause a little. How do you call your plays now?
Here's the thing. I mean, who have they played in the last 5-6 weeks?
Well, they played the Cardinals with 4 wins.
oh yeah, they played the Cardinals with David. Isn't that a singer? David Blau. David Blau. Is that his name? Isn't that a singer?
I mean, he might sing.
I mean,
some karaoke.
Does anybody know who that guy was? Where he came from?
I did some karaoke Saturday night for all those that were there.
A college coach who's going to probably be coaching a high school team next year. But who who else did they beat? The Niners recently. They beat us. I mean, well, according to them, that's not a big accomplishment.
Man, I don't know who they. I don't know who they beat. Hang on, my producer is texting me.
Oh, they played the Raiders.
Right in the middle
they
of
played
our
the Raiders,
show.
right? Yeah, they played the Raiders against Stidham. Stidham lit them up. You know,
Yeah,
the Niners. Stidham lit them up. But Stidham put up 3 touchdowns.
And then he did nothing yesterday.
Yeah, it was weird. And then another team went off against them. I can't remember who it was. Week 16. But,
All right, a couple teams not in the playoffs. We don't really talk
but
about those
they're
guys.
they're. I feel like they're vulnerable. What do you think is the key to that game? How do we win that game?
Well, we have to, number one, our defense has to show up. We have to slow those guys down, keeping the field goals like we did the Rams.
Yep.
No turnovers. We cannot turn the ball over.
Nope.
I think we can move the ball. Everybody forgets, like, this hasn't been brought up. The first game we did not play well against. We injured the quarterback, Trey, whatever his name.
Trey Lance got hurt. Jimmy G came in.
Jimmy G came in and just lit it up. No pressure. We weren't prepared for him. The Niners have a great defense. But I saw that Niner defense last season, and I remember going, man, we can't. I thought there's no way we can win these games with our backup and Russell Wilson just coming off injury for the second game. And we swept the Niners last year. Mm-hmm. And then we played them at home. And without that homer turnover, I would like to see the difference in that game.
I don't know if we would have won that game, but we would have made it a much more of a game because
it was
we
a
had
one-score game.
I remember there was 2 drives where Purdy was throwing passes like that should have been picked off, or he was getting rattled a little bit. And that's the thing about our defense is, granted, we haven't played good offenses. Rams did put up 50 against the Broncos.
But division games are different. You typically can throw the records out in division games. They're always a close game.
Well, and I think that's an advantage to us this week.
Yeah.
The record's 0-0.
It's 0-0.
We're in the playoffs. We've got a shot, and it's hard to beat a team 3 times.
So for Seattle, it's like we have to play a perfect game, to beat the Niners. And the
Niner fans, a disclaimer, we know that you guys are great. You're, in my opinion, the best team in the NFC, maybe the NFL. But at the same time, we're going to go in guns blazing.
I hope our punter is ready, and I hope their punter is ready, because I think it's going to be a very low-scoring game. I think it's going to be something like 16-13 Seahawks.
Yeah. Wow. It's low scoring.
Yeah.
I think that's the way we have to win. That's kind of how we've won the last 2 weeks. And it seems like in every win we've had, we've held it, besides that Lions game, which it was like 45-42. Thank God we won that game, by the way.
Yeah, or we'd be out and the Lions would be in.
Yeah. Hakuna Matata, by the way. I actually don't know any Lion fans, but I'm a friend to all.
Well, we definitely were. We should send them all thank you cards.
Yeah,
or something.
All of them. It won't take long.
No. Oh wow! There's a shot at the Lions. It's over. They got to start winning. Now we're right back to making fun of them.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think Dan Campbell deserves free food and free drinks for life in Seattle.
Let's talk about Dan Campbell's nose last night on the at the game. Dude, it was beet red. I wonder how cold it was.
Nose.
Nobody else had a beet red nose. Like
that's the sign of a ballsy guy right there.
Was it a sign of frostbite setting in? I mean,
Maybe.
It did not look good.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. It doesn't matter.
I'm pretty sure I wouldn't want to run into Dan Campbell in a dark alley when he was on his worst day.
Oh no,
he looks like he'd be pretty tough.
It's kind of like running into Big John last night after the Packers game. After the Packers lost. Wouldn't want to deal with that.
Dude, I saw his little shout out on Facebook.
I did too.
Yeah.
Sorry, buddy. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, Aaron Rodgers, I called it last week on the podcast. If you were listening, I said the Packers will win is what I thought. But I said, we got to remember that Aaron Rodgers struggles in big game. He doesn't look like the same quarterback.
He threw that pick at the end of the game. I don't know where that came from.
And he was cussing as he was leading off the field. It looked like he was mad at somebody, but I'm like, you threw it, bud.
That's the thing about Rodgers is he's always mad at somebody.
Yeah.
He's never mad at himself, but he's always mad at somebody else.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of like you. I'm just kidding.
I think, I'm always mad.
I'm just kidding.
So I think he leaves. Did you see that guy asked for his jersey, one of the players on the Lions? And he goes, I'm going to need this one.
I did, yeah. That was rejection. He looked upset, that player.
Is that the guy that picked him off
Jameson
3 times
Williams.
this last
No,
season?
no.
No, Williams was talking.
I wouldn't want to give my jersey to a Lions player either, though. I mean, it is what it is. But, yeah, I don't know. I think he comes back.
With the Packers?
Mm-hmm. It's always emotional. He's going to make it really emotional the offseason.
You don't think he goes to Tampa?
He's dating the Bucks owner's daughter now. Did you see that?
Aaron Rodgers dating the...
He's dating the Milwaukee Bucks owner's daughter.
Oh, Milwaukee Bucks. I thought you were saying the Bucks, and I just said he's going to Tampa.
The Buccaneers. He's coming.
Inside information.
He's coming. I think if anything, maybe he goes to the Niners. I don't know where he goes, but we'll see. Yeah,
it's hard to say. Well, that's a little early to be talking about. We got plenty of time to talk about that. Let's talk about some of the other matchups in the playoffs.
Let's go playoff bracket. Let's go playoff bracket.
I mean,
you think this is the week we unveil a playoff bracket challenge?
Oh, do we? No, I don't know.
If we have the manpower to do that, I don't know if we do, but
we have people that can earn a spot as a guest. Definitely.
Let's pick games. Let's pick games.
Okay. So first off, let's go. So Saturday we're gonna have the Jags.
Jeff Saturday or I'm just kidding. He's nowhere near the playoffs.
Jeff,
he's probably going to be back in the get up booth next week.
Good job on your one victory coming back. That was impressive against the Raiders. You were 1-0 at one time, and then
he was pretty confident he could lead men, and I didn't see him say that after the first 3 or 4 games. So
no, it doesn't mean he's not leading him. But they were competing in a lot of their games.
Yesterday. Texans. Lovie Smith.
Talk about it.
Lovie Smith.
Talk about it. He knew he was getting
Lovie
fired.
Smith. He's getting sworn in as the Bears GM.
And he gave his old team the number one. He used to coach the Bears.
They need to give him a statue. Not a commander, not a Washington Commander statue, like an actual statue.
I think he actually gets to pick the number one pick. That's what they should
pick himself.
Yeah.
I mean, 4th and 20. It's 4th and 20. Davis Mills, probably the last throw we'll ever see from him in a game ever in his career.
Never even heard of him. Where did he play college at? Do you know?
I don't think he went to college. I think they just picked him up.
Straight out of high school.
But
maybe
Lovie
where's
Smith
where
goes
Jeff
for
Saturday
2.
was.
Goes for 2, takes away the pick, and then they fire him right after the game.
Yeah, did you see the owner's face?
That is a legend.
You see the owner's face? He was like, what the?
That is a legend. Well, here's anybody who's an NFL owner out there, which I'm sure there's a lot watching. Why would you tell your coach that you're going to fire him the week before the last game? Don't tell him that. Otherwise, that's what he does to you. Anyway.
Well, I mean, the Houston Texans are not a very good franchise.
No.
So, unfortunately, I mean, I'm sure those people in Houston are upset. They lost their Oilers, who went to Tennessee, and then they get this franchise team.
And they get Watson, who's their franchise guy, and he does what he does. But anyway, let's go to the playoffs.
A lot of massages that guy's had.
Yep. Well, we don't know if they're massages or not. Anyway, let's keep going.
We want to have a happy ending on this show, so let's keep it going. Anyway, Jags and the Chargers.
Jags.
Who has a happy ending in this one?
I'm gonna go Jags in this one.
Taking the Jags.
Chargers lost some of their starters, their key starters yesterday to injury. I think Jags. I think they're ready.
I saw a gal who goes around and visits stadiums, and she was not impressed with the Jags stadium. In fact, I heard they have rats.
Gosh, man.
Yeah.
God.
You'd think the Cats, the Jaguars, would clean up.
What about you? What are you calling?
I like the Chargers in this game. I think the Jags have used up all their mojo to get into the playoffs, and the Chargers are the better team.
Trevor Lawrence, he's going to be motivating his team.
He is. I don't know if he's going to put his hair in a ponytail or not. He always lets it hang out, but
I don't know who's more motivating, Eric Thomas or Trevor Lawrence.
I think the guy in Houston that you Mills. I think he's more motivating.
He has a longer neck than a giraffe.
Yeah,
he does.
Yeah.
You seen that?
It's a long neck.
I mean, it is a long neck.
We're here to judge players by their body styles, and the neck on Mills.
That guy's got a neck.
He's got a neck.
He's got a neck, and so does Lovie Smith for going for 2.
Let's have all of our viewers tell us who has the most awkward body in the NFL.
I think for me, it's a toss-up between Mills and Mike Glennon.
Mike Glennon.
Yeah. There's a name for you.
Who's the guy we got from the Raiders, the cornerback for the Seahawks, number 23? It starts with an A. Abrams?
Abrams.
Yeah. What is wrong with his jersey? It doesn't look right.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't notice that.
It looks like he got a Halloween jersey at the store, and that's what he's wearing.
Maybe he did.
It's terrible. Anyway,
hey, by the way, pick up your own jersey.
Yeah, okay. Most awkward body, please go to our Facebook page and or Instagram and tell us who has the most awkward body.
Could we do mid-season Brady when he was like a skeleton?
Yeah.
That was bad. He's gained some weight since then. He doesn't have an eating disorder anymore, it looks like.
No, well, and he had that jaw surgery too.
Probably dating somebody again.
Oh, he is.
Yo, man.
My gosh.
Back on the field.
Wow. Congratulations, Tom Brady, by the way. She is
Man.
one
Always
lucky
winning.
lady. She's
Always
one
winning.
lucky lady. Anyway, so yeah, I got the Chargers Saturday, and then of course the Hawks. You haven't given us your prediction on the Hawks.
You know, I'm
Niner
sticking to my routine here. I've picked against them the last 2 or 3 weeks, and they've won. So I'm going Niners. I mean, it's going to be a tough win.
Yeah.
I'm going Niners here. I'm going Niners. It's going to be 31-23.
31-23. Yeah, higher scoring.
A little higher scoring. I think it gets a little bit more higher scoring.
Purdy. You think Purdy can put 31 on our defense?
I think so. I think so.
I mean, it's
not really as much as Purdy as it is McCaffrey, Debo.
Let's talk about a game that just doesn't seem exciting at all to me. But the Ravens and the Bengals.
Bengals. It does not. The Bengals. I mean, Joe Burrow better have a cigar waiting for him after.
I love that guy. He's smoking his stoves.
This is gonna.
Who are the Ravens
even
Lamar
starting
Jackson,
at quarterback? Is he even playing?
Lamar who?
Lamar Jackson. Is he playing? Or?
Is he even on the team anymore?
I don't know.
Is he holding out for a contract?
Was he ever real?
I don't know.
If Lamar Jackson plays, I think it gets interesting. But Bengals, 27-13.
27-13. Yeah, I
think that was what the score was yesterday.
I think the Bengals win that 31-7.
Okay. Oh wow.
Yeah, I don't think the Ravens.
Bengals are the hottest team in the NFL right now.
And then Buffalo and the Finns, the Dolphins.
This might as well be the Seahawks versus Lake City High School or something. I mean, it just seems like the Dolphins
came into Buffalo and played him tight.
I mean, but without Tua, I mean,
Tua's playing.
Is he playing?
I heard.
If he's playing, it's maybe.
Well, is he going to make it out of the first quarter? Not hitting his head.
That's the key. I don't know.
I don't even know if that guy should be playing anymore. He is so susceptible to
after last week. I think he needs to consider something. I mean, I don't know. Yeah.
He's just susceptible to him, and I don't think it's a good idea.
I'm going Bills, though. I think it's going to be 34-28.
34-28. I think the Bills handle them pretty well.
Bills are playing inspired football. You know, Dolphins are not. So it'll be interesting.
Well, they're in the playoffs for the first time, and I don't remember how many since 2016.
Yeah, I think so.
Congratulations to the Dolphin fans. I don't know if there's any up here in the Great Northwest.
Dennis Spencer
and Cody. Kind of. I think we've got him transformed to a Seahawk fan. He actually came over and watched the game with me.
Only one of us has been on the field. Anyway, let's keep going.
By the way, guys, we're going to talk about, in the offseason here, we're going to be discussing some of the top moments as a season ticket holder in Seattle. And not just at the game, but the entire weekend. We've got some good stories.
Some good stuff coming.
We'll have some guest speakers. And I know there's a lot of people that want to be on the show. I think if you take us out to lunch and maybe give us that reason on why you should be on our show, we'll take some consideration. But where would you like to go have lunch if someone wanted to be on the podcast?
I'd like to go to take me to Sauté.
Sauté?
Yeah.
Sounds romantic.
It is.
Wow. You heard it here. I mean, Zach's the most romantic guy on the set, maybe. I don't know.
We'll see. We'll find out.
And then we can bring roses, right? We can bring roses.
Good.
The final rose.
That's the way you get on the show. That's the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
What do we got?
We got the Giants and the Vikings.
This feels like the toilet bowl a little bit.
Well. Oh my gosh.
This is what I like though. I mean, if the Hawks can beat the Niners and we could play the Giants or the Vikings the next round, we might find ourselves in the NFC Championship game.
We might be in the NFC Championship game.
No, I think the Giants might win that game.
Well, the Vikings haven't necessarily been doing anything good lately.
They've not been good or bad. It's hard to say.
Did they?
It's hard to say.
Do you think that they rested players yesterday against Philly?
Well, no, they played. They routed whoever they played. The Vikings.
No, not the Vikings. The Giants played Philly
the Giants.
yesterday.
Yeah, they did.
They rested guys.
They played Webb. They played their backup quarterback.
Oh,
Webb or his name. I don't even know his first name.
Yeah, that's smart. Don't show.
They played Kenny Galladay. I mean, he needed 75 receptions to get his $1 million bonus. So he didn't quite get there.
Oh.
He didn't quite get there. Yeah.
Gino got his $1 million bonus.
Yeah, he did. I think Giants. I think it's going to be
You can take the Giants over the Vikings at home in their playoff.
14.
If the Vikings do not get up for this game, they're done.
Yeah.
They're done.
Kirk, done?
Yeah, Kirk's done. I mean, you got
Primetime Kirk?
It's time to do something different. I mean,
let's not forget the Colts were up 33-0 on these guys.
Jeff Saturday's Colts.
Yeah, even worse. What do you think?
I like the Vikings in that game.
they'll
They're at
take it.
home. I just don't think they're going to blow that game. I think the Giants had a nice season. Lucky to be there. And as I'm looking at this, the Seahawks actually beat two playoff teams that are in there. So they beat the Giants and they beat the Chargers.
Yeah. Yep.
That's pretty cool.
Yep.
And
We didn't really play a lot of the other teams. We played the Bucs. We lost to them.
we lost to the whole South.
Yeah, that's sad.
They all had losing
something
records.
about the South that
Every one of those teams had a
something
losing
about
record.
the
and
South
lost
that we
them.
just don't do well against.
But we beat the one team that mattered, and that was the Detroit Lions.
yeah.
And
We lost to the Falcons. Anyway,
yeah,
so Vikings and then
Big Al's Hat Barn.
Yeah,
Big Al's Hat Barn. If you want your
We
Viking,
got,
your Falcon gear.
we got Cowboys. Bucks.
Cowboys and Bucks. This is the last one.
Oh man, you know what? I just got to say, how is this the Monday night game? This is the worst game of the whole entire playoffs.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed.
And of
about
course,
getting
the
Saturday
Cowboys get in the
slot.
playoffs. Doesn't matter if they lose 26-6 to the Commanders, who can't even afford a statue of one of their great players. And all of a sudden, they're putting them on prime time.
Cowboys are going to lose this game.
I think so.
Bucks are at home. Brady doesn't lose in the playoffs. And
Brady's not gonna. He's not gonna lose. You got to find a way to beat the Bucks Monday night because Brady's not gonna.
And the Cowboys.
He's not gonna have a bad game.
The
Brady.
Cowboys suck.
I mean, Dak Prescott. He's so overrated.
I mean,
He's so overrated.
who are they better than in the playoffs? I mean, they can be. They can be a
That's
good
the
team.
thing is they can win 32-7.
Or they can lose
They can
32
lose to
to
anybody.
7.
So, which Cowboys show up? I don't know. I'm thinking the Bucks are going to win that one. I mean,
Bucks win
and then
that
the
game.
Bucks are going to go into town and play Philadelphia, who's super inexperienced. It's going to get interesting.
Whoever the Buccaneers play, it's going to be a close game.
Yeah,
They're going to come. They're going to bring it. They've been there. Brady's. You can't deny Brady. I don't care what their record is.
yeah. So I'm going to go Bucks in that one. I think it's going to be 21-17 Bucks.
21-17 Bucks.
Bucks just can't really put up more than 21. I mean, they did the other day, but I don't know if they're going to be able to do that.
Yeah, I mean, Cowboys still have a decent defense. They've got some weapons, but the quarterback's the one that's struggling the most. I don't know why their run game's not better. Or they're not pushing that a little bit more. They got two studs back there running the ball.
Well, I think it's Kellen Moore. I mean, and Dak Prescott. I mean, why are they trying to get tricky? Why are they trying to run I don't know, but it'll be interesting.
It's going to be the playoffs or something else. So it's just it's exciting for the Seahawks to be in there. I know.
So you're going to Austin this weekend?
I am leaving to Austin, Texas, and I'm supposed to fly home right in the middle of the game.
You're gonna be
right at the start of the game.
You gonna be able to get some Wi-Fi up there, watch the game?
No, I'm going to change my flight. I'm going to see if I can come back
That's
Friday.
a true fan right there.
Yeah, I got to try and come back. Either come back Friday or leave Sunday. I was going to come back Saturday. So.
Yeah, I thought I was going to Vegas next week, but it's actually the following week. So Speedo challenge will have to wait.
Yeah.
But if the Hawks win, I'm gonna do a Seahawks Speedo or whatever people want. Whatever the people want.
Yeah.
Whatever
Rock out with your Hawk out or the Tiger Woods.
Tell us, let's get a little fan interaction here. Let's get a little interaction.
Yeah, this is exciting.
We got the Niners Hawks this weekend up here. I think, what is the bar that all the Niner fans go to hang out?
Who cares?
Yeah, I think that's the bar.
Who cares?
They always invite us. And we always
Iron Horse.
Always politely decline.
Is it Iron Horse?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
The most classy place on Sherman Avenue is where the Niner fans hang out.
The Niner gang, talking about the Hawks already, saying, "Oh, we're so scared. We're playing the Hawks." We're taking receipts right now.
There's no way I would show up with my Seahawk jersey in the middle of all those Niner fans and listen to them chirp. There's no way that's ever happening.
It's almost like they need their team to win a Super Bowl so bad because they haven't in so long. we're already satisfied. We've got our Super Bowl
Yeah.
in recent years, and we've been to 2.
These Niner fans.
This
This might be the one for us to show up, though. It's too bad I'm in Austin. Could you imagine though, if we did show
let's
up
get
and
some
win?
fan interaction. What are you going to be doing for the Hawks and Niners game? Comment in the box. How are you going to watch the Hawks beat the Niners on Saturday?
Yeah, and what's your go-to food? What's the spread going to look like? Not
What's
the
the
spread
spread?
of the game, the spread on the bar.
Are
or
you
the
going to bet on the
kitchen
game?
table.
Are you going to bet on the game? What's the spread? What drink are you drinking?
What
Is
drink?
it going to be the Danger Wish drink?
The
We don't
Danger
know.
Wish. Yeah, Thurston has the recipe if you guys need it.
Yeah, are you going to be in Palm Springs like Thirsty?
Thirsty Thursday. Yeah, it's so
Thirsty.
awesome. Yeah.
That's what I think. That's what I think the Hawks are going to do the Niners Saturday. A little bit of the Thurston Idaho Club debacle.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, it's gonna be quite.
I'm
a
going to
day.
be. I'm probably going to be raiding Sean's house while he's gone, and trying to watch the game there, potentially away from kids, so that I can focus.
I've got some great snack food. I've got some really nice cheeses and some nice
excited.
rice crackers.
We're
those are
excited.
always healthy.
We're excited.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, tell us what you're going to be doing. Let's have some fun with it this week. Let's have some interaction with the fans. And
Yeah.
the Niner fans, they seem like they need something good.
Also,
to
give
happen
us your prediction on the Niner Seahawk game, and tell us who you think is going to win. Give us the score and
to them. Gino over under 300 yards throwing.
under.
Yeah.
Not
30
against that defense.
under one pick or over.
Over.
Wow. You think he throws 2 picks?
I think he throws 2 picks,
Okay. All right.
and that we have to win the turnover battle to win that game.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
So super exciting to be in the playoffs. And what are the Seahawks' chances to go to the Super Bowl? We don't know, but we have an opportunity, just like every team that's in the dance, to go. And it's
I do this often on the show. I picked the Niners, of course, to win the game, but I'm a Hawks fan at heart. So just think about that. What if we beat the Niners, right? Who we've already played twice this year. We're super familiar with
What
them.
if?
And then we roll on in and we got to play the Vikings or the Giants.
Amen. There's not 2 better teams I'd rather play.
I mean, either one of those, we smoked the Giants.
Yeah, and we've been playing well on the road. It's not like we can't go and play
Yeah, we
on the
almost play better on the road. And then we either play the Bucks or the Eagles. I mean, I like
like
that.
our
I like
chances
that.
against the Eagles.
We didn't look good against the Bucks, but
I'd like to look up our record against the Eagles, lifetime and in the playoffs. I can remember 2 recent games, maybe 3 in the playoffs, and I think we're 3-0 against
I think
the Eagles.
so.
I like
think
that.
so. I think they're coming to town again next year.
The Eagles.
Yeah,
Wow.
the schedule was released, or the away and home games. last
Oh,
night.
I didn't see
You
it.
didn't see that?
I
yeah.
didn't see it.
Yeah, we got the Eagles are coming into town. I think the Panthers are coming back again. I don't know why they did them 2 years in a row.
The Panthers.
But-
Is there a least? Who's the least team like that you would ever want to watch in the NFL right now?
The Texans.
Yeah.
The Texans.
Sorry, the Texans. Me, it's Carolina.
I mean, how could you be a fan of the Texans?
The Texans came in a few years back when they had their stud quarterback.
Yeah,
what's his
Watson.
name? So,
Deshaun.
Deshaun.
Yeah, not Sean.
Deshaun. Yeah, I almost said Sean. Deshaun Watson. And him and Russell had like a 50-something to 50-something game, and
I remember
Seattle
that.
came out on top.
I remember that.
Which, similarly, they played Kansas City with Mahomes in a 40-something,
that.
40-something
They're up
game.
like
and
24
Seattle
zip.
came out on top of that one, too. So,
Yep. What about you? I mean, to me, it's the Texans.
man, even when they had, I really disliked Cam Newton, man.
Yeah.
I just couldn't handle him. But I remember it was Russell Wilson's 3rd or 4th year, and Cam Newton came in with the Carolina Panthers. And this is the game you were at with me.
Yep.
And Cam Newton couldn't start because he didn't wear a tie or something.
Yeah. Yep. He didn't wear a tie.
Anyway, do you remember seeing him and Russell were out shaking hands and talking, and it was like Russell looked like Cam Newton's little son out on the. Hey son, let me take you out on the field and show you and meet the guys.
Well, Cam Newton, he sat out one play, and Derek Anderson threw
Derek
pick
Anderson
six.
pick 6.
First play of the game.
First play.
That
of
was
the
back
game.
when we had the Legion of Boom, though. So
Yeah, we had the Legion of Boom.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that yesterday during the game. How nice would it be to have Cam Chancellor back there?
bring him back one game. He's still young.
Gosh,
He's still young. He's got some life in him.
that guy was
Anyway.
a menace.
It'll be a fun weekend. Sean will have to miss the game, unfortunately.
No, I'm not missing it. Not missing it.
But super exciting. So excited as a Hawks fan to see them in the playoffs. We're with you guys. Still waiting on you to get on the show, Gino. We didn't hear from you last week. A little disappointed about that, but can we get Gino on the show?
Did Gino call in, Ron?
Not this week.
Not this week.
Gino, if you're listening, we still want you on the show in all seriousness. We want to get you here. Whatever we got to do to get you here, you let us know.
What
Or
would
your reps
complete,
reach out to us?
What would complete your season more? I mean, you started off, now you're the starter. Boom, you get us a winning record. Boom, you get us into the playoffs, and you're a Pro Bowler. You're going to get your first playoff win on Saturday, and come on the podcast. That would just top the season.
That would just top it off. You know, help us, help you, and help us as well.
Yeah, Gino.
What better? Gino. C.
Hawks!
You know it.
All right.
Go Hawks. Well,
Sorry,
I think
we're
that's
excited.
probably about it. I don't know what else we got planned, but
Well, we got to go to the verse. We haven't talked about our Bible verse yet.
Yeah. Let's get that knocked out.
Knock it out. I'm pretty sure I have it. Okay, so it's I went old school here into the Old Testament, Jeremiah 29. Are you ready?
Yeah, ready. I'm ready.
You got really serious on me.
I'm trying to be serious.
I don't know that you have to be serious, guy. I think we just get to be
Okay.
who we are. He loves us.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's get excited.
I am excited. I am. I know the plans that he has for me.
Oh, he's reading over my shoulder. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future.
Amen.
Amen.
Sounds
Yeah.
prophetic. And
Gosh.
sounds prophetic for this weekend.
Do you think Gino read that before the season?
I mean, it sounds like his year, you know? I think he clung to that verse.
Yeah. I mean, that's everyone. Damar, he has plans for him to prosper. He gets another crack at life here.
Yeah.
And I hope he can come back and play. I don't know if it's going to be safe for him or not, but
Yep.
it's hard to say.
It's hard to say.
If he has a bad heart, if it was
sure
just a
he's
freak thing.
Just happy to be alive and be well. But yeah, no, God is faithful and he has good plans. He doesn't have bad plans. I think that's kind of the misconception is we tend to think that maybe harm's coming our way or but God has good plans and we have to trust. We have
So
to lean into him.
let's pause for a second and talk a little business. We're now into the first quarter of the 2023 year. We're still in a bit of a recession. I'd say quite a bit of a recession, and inflation is through the roof. And we are we're definitely not selling homes in the real estate market like we were. I'd say it's down, pushing 40%. Is that what?
About 35%.
35, yeah.
35% less homes sold than last year. Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah. It's a lot.
That is a lot.
Yep.
So, what is something that keeps you motivated?
Oh man, that's a good question. I mean, obviously my family, seeing them and every day, and having a love for them, and knowing my calling that God has for me personally. But waking up and seeing my family and the life we have, and the life that I would like for them to have. That's what keeps me going.
So when you woke up this morning, for instance, did you just assume that Aaron was going to have a cup of coffee waiting for you?
My wife, Aaron, or this Aaron?
Producer Aaron. Producer Aaron.
If it's my wife, Aaron, of course. She's up early getting me coffee.
Wait, you're married to our producer? Oh my gosh.
I did assume. I thought that's what he said, but maybe I obviously was wrong. But,
man.
But no, that's what motivates me, and this is a great time. There's more transferring of wealth during recessions than any other time. So this is our opportunity to take ground there and really make an impact right now.
It's how the wealthy become wealthier.
Yeah.
And then they drive the market and get it going again. So
yeah. So things are still things that are, you got to do it the right way. If you list your home, you've got to get it ready, do it right, get it staged, price it right, and it'll sell right away. But if you skip any of those steps, it'll take a long time. So, we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
We'll see what happens.
I think
so. I mean, I'm motivated. I mean, what do you do? What are you doing to stay motivated? What motivates you?
You just have to be consistent in everything that you're doing. Nothing changes whether you're in a good market or a bad market. You should be taking the same approach with your business, and that's consistency.
Yep. Absolutely.
staying in front of people, giving them the information that they need. You know, and when it's this slow, you give them a hug sometimes and just say, hey, we're all going to get through it. We're all in it together, and let's look forward to the second quarter. I think we'll come climbing out of it.
Let's look forward to the Hawks Saturday. That's what helps us. But
Super Bowl bound.
But you know, a lot of I will say, a lot of people, they work with this expectation that they're going to get paid immediately from that work. But that's what separates I think the best from, you know, I guess I don't want to say the worst, but the people that have the best mindset know that they're giving value. They need to give value all the time, regardless of if there's immediate pay or not. And so if you're self-employed, or if you're a realtor, if you're whatever it is, you know, really lean in here and know that your work's not going to go to the wayside. It'll come back down the road. Whatever you're doing, it'll
the old saying?
Kind of like the podcast. We know in about a year we're going to have about 20,000 followers, and
20. That's
probably be able to have Colin Cowherd on the show.
Hope we have at least 100,000.
And maybe he'll want to just be employed by us.
Colin. I don't know if we'd hire Colin. I don't like his attitude sometimes.
You know, I kind of like him for his attitude.
Yeah, he's good. He's pretty good.
I know what you mean, though.
I mean, what's his name might be available?
Skip Bayless.
Skip Bayless. Yeah. We can get Skip on the show.
Shannon. Skip. Come on, Skip.
Oh man,
you can't be mad at. I mean, I don't like Skip, but you can't be mad at him.
Master impersonator Zach Davis over here.
Skip. Wait a second, Skip.
Well, I'm just going to interrupt you now. I'm just going to interrupt you.
You never
Skip
let me.
Bailey.
Skip. I can't even get through a monologue. Skip.
No, I'm just going to interrupt you. Thank goodness you gave me the floor, because now I'm going to tear you apart.
Skip.
And your ugly suits.
And he goes like this. Skip.
Do you think they get? You remember that old cartoon? Oh gosh, what was that? Where it was the.
What are you trying
sheep.
to say right now?
It was the sheep and the coyote, right? And they would chase each other around, and you know all this stuff, and then they'd clock out and hey, see you tomorrow. They're all buddies, and they get off.
I don't know.
Hey,
I don't know.
That was good.
That sounded like DK and Jalen yesterday.
Do you think we should create on our show the little Skip Bailey and Shannon
Skip
Sharp?
Bailey
Or Skip? Sorry.
Stephen A. Smith, too.
Yeah,
Stephen A. Smith.
We just hate each other on the set. We just get after each other.
Oh, man.
So anyway, we got the college playoff.
We got the
college
playoffs
championship
tonight.
game tonight.
Yep.
It's TCU and Georgia. Who do you have, and what's the final score going to be?
TCU 37-30.
Taking TCU.
Going TCU.
I'm going to take Georgia again. They won last year, is that correct?
Yep.
Back-to-back champs. I'm going to take Georgia. I'm going to take them 42-24.
Okay. Ooh.
I think TCU used up all their magic.
By the time you see this show, you'll already know.
You will know.
But looking forward to this week. We'll probably do something live later on in the week. I don't know. When are you going to Texas?
Today.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
We're not doing anything live then.
Yeah, we could do live. Can we record a FaceTime live?
Maybe. We'll see.
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
We'll ask our producer.
He knows everything.
After he's done getting us a cup of coffee.
Looking to give lots of shout outs to.
Thank you to 7-9 Media.
Yeah.
Thank you to the entire Bills medical staff.
Oh, man.
Thank you to, I don't know. Thanks to Gino.
Thank you, Gino. Thank you, Pete Carroll.
Yeah.
Thanks for
we're sorry. I doubted
motivating
you. I doubted you.
I didn't.
You never did. You never did. I did. I was critical, and I won't be critical.
How could you doubt someone who got you your one and only Super Bowl when nobody ever thought the Seahawks would ever get a Super Bowl?
Yeah, I know. I learned my lesson.
It's kind of like we were the Texans.
Yeah.
You know, never going to get a Super Bowl. They're just just another team.
We're like the second highest. We were like had the second lowest odds for a team to be in the playoffs, I think, in history or something. So anyway, I think we got to wrap the show up. We got Tiger. Have a great week. It's going to be a great week, guys. Push through in your businesses. Trust the Lord, for He has great plans for you.
Great plans.
And Sean has great plans for this week. So enjoy the week.
And enjoy the weekend. We're signing off, everybody. God bless, and we'll see you next week.
Go Hawks, baby.
See!
Hawks!
See!